What up, y'all? So I wanted to address something. There's always been an issue between the real American Pit Bull Terrier breeders. There is only one American Pit Bull Terrier. Pit Bull is not a term to where you group dogs together. It's a shame that there are dog people out there that have mass followings and are reputable and they say that bullshit because it's false. A Labrador Retriever we call a lab. Those aren't two different things. Every golden retriever or mutt that you see, you don't call it that. It's just a short term, lab, for Labrador Retriever. So you don't have to say that all the time. Just like Pit Bull is the exact same thing for American Pit Bull Terrier. So when the American Bully community came out and the boom happened, people were initially, marketing their dogs and, advertising their dogs as UKC Pit Bulls or massive blue Pit Bull with big head. And their little pitch was, these dogs are less aggressive than a pit bull and, they're a companion. And then, everyone started this boom and breeding blue dogs and, the big blue pit bull, biggest blue pit bull. And then it blew up and then, actual couple quality breeders started getting in. They established a couple things and it started becoming serious. Although the breed is still in its infancy 100%, the American Pit Bull is established. Their traits, their look, it's established 100%. But the American Bully is still in its infancy 100%, even though there is a standard and there are multiple registries now that recognize it. The UKC messed a lot of things up, calling these dogs initially American Pit Bull Terriers. People were breeding dogs, paper hanging, breeding dog A and B, and saying that, D was the father when D, wasn't at all. They were crossbreeding, pit bulls and mastiff or to an American bulldog, and they were lying and calling two different pit bulls on paper the parents so that they could continue registering it. After so long, and once these registries realized it, and it went, it got too big and too large, and the Hulk and all these things became relevant, and the American Bully breed took off. Just like any breed, when 101 Dalmatians movie comes out, everybody needs a Dalmatian and the breed goes to shit because all kinds of people and backyard breeders just start throwing anything to anything and breeding anything. Then the whole American Bully community, same thing with Malinois, every single breed. Every time there's a massive movie or some type of advertisement or something and a dog gets popular, everybody starts breeding that breed and it takes a hit. America has ruined tons and tons of dogs. They're always trying to add size or make it smaller or more freaky. America always wants something bigger and better or smaller and better than the next person. And if you're breeding purebred dogs, you can't do that. You have to breed to the standard. So then, why there's the issue between the Pit Bull community and the American Bully community? Then these same people that said, these dogs are less aggressive pit bulls. They're less aggressive pit bulls. We bred the aggression out of them. Then everyone was advertising their dogs can do personal protection work. And this gets brought up all the time. And I see people advertise it every day. No one has ever tested it and proved it. And, they go and buy a bite sleeve. They do a little bit of training. And all of a sudden they think their dog is fucking big bad shit. And they say that the dog can do protection work at a year old because they had it bite a bite sleeve. They have no off command. They didn't do no obedience. They just have a massive dog. They bred a mastiff to a pit bull. So a dog that has mass pain tolerance, extreme drive and pain tolerance and agility, to a dog that's not scared to bite a human. And then you have a train wreck of a dog that someone's advertising that, amazing protector, when a pit bull is not a protection breed at all. Band dogs, which is a mastiff bred to a pit bull, yeah, they excel in protection work. But these dudes wait until these dogs are matured to a certain age before they breed. Chloe, 4.5 years old, never bred. Will she be bred? Yes, because I've seen her traits. I let her mature. I know how she acts. I know what she's comfortable with. She's a stable, sound dog, so she's available to be bred. I wanted to get her hips done. You can't health test your dog until they're 2 years old. You can't get their heart and their lungs tested until they're 2 years old. So, Sissy, 2.5 years old, never been bred. My stud Triger, 2.5 years old, never been bred. Drama, 3 years old, never been bred. Mary Jane is the only dog I've owned that I've bred, and I bred to 2 outside top studs to establish my foundation. I bred her to a top stud in California, Tillicum from OC Pitts. An absolute monster, stable, beautiful dog. I went there, put my hands on him, seen him around his family, seen how he behaved around other dogs, and I made that choice and I pulled the trigger. They had multiple studs that I was going to use. At one time I was going to use King Triton. That was who I made the deposit on. Tillicum was the better dog in my opinion for my program and my vision, and that's what we chose. That's another problem. Most of these bully breeders don't have a vision, And these dog men, real bulldoggers, dudes that have been bulldogging for years, that have been stuck to a vision. You know, if it weren't for the American Pit Bull Terrier, my breed wouldn't exist. I love the American Pit Bull Terrier, and one day when I own property, I'll own a couple again when my daughter's grown up. But for my life and the lifestyle that I live, I liked the American Bully. I love that they're a lot calmer. They're totally different dogs in two totally different lanes. One is a gladiator breed bred for gameness and just pure drive. And, you know, they were box dogs. Now they're not bred for that. A lot of dudes use them for hog hunting. And a lot of people think that that's a term that people try to use that breed game dogs where they're trying to say that they're fighting. These dudes are testing their dogs on hogs. They're out catching hogs. They're a nuisance in the United States. You can hunt hogs year round. These dogs started going after boar. That's why, or excuse me, bear or bulls. That's why they call them bulldogs. Butchers owned them. They were always around butcher shops. They would have massive bulls with huge rings in the nose. And when the bull wouldn't listen and get out of line, you know, they would sick the dog on him. Men being men started competing and saying, my dog's stronger, my dog's better, and the pit bull got developed. Once bull baiting became illegal, they started ratting and hunting coons and badgers and doing that. A couple people started fighting. Once they seen how they excelled at that, you know, my dog will whoop yours, one thing turned to another, and they started fighting. I don't condone dog fighting, but I do love the American Pit Bull Terrier. And in breeding the American Bully, you have to acknowledge the stock and where your dogs come from. Pedigrees are pretty much irrelevant when it comes to the American Bully because so many things were paper hung. Like I said, someone would breed these dogs together and they're saying that these dogs are the parents, and they were doing that over and over and over. So a lot of people didn't know what they get. So when people started, you know, serious breeders, quality breeders, what they should have done is, you know, contact these people that started these lines, pick their brains, see what their vision was and see what they were trying to do, and then go that route and try to tweak it and make their own. In the beginning, there were people using Pitbull and American Bulldog, Pitbull and Connie Corso, Pitbull and Boerboil, Pitbull and Neapolitan Mastiff. Everybody had their own vision and was doing something, trying to make a bigger, better dog, and then it became the American Bully. You can have two bloodlines that are a purebred American Bully, but they were created semi-differently. So just mixing two bloods, you can't just breed two great-looking dogs together. You're going to get different traits. There's line bred, there's scatter bred, there's inbred. You have to know what you're getting into before you spend money. I test my dogs and I wait until my dogs are health tested and to a right age and I know their temperaments are stable before I ever do personal protection. But I establish them from a young age doing that. I've talked about it in the past, the Super Dog program. It initially had a different name, the Biosensory program, and I do that from day 3 to day 16 to make my dogs more, it makes them all around better. You can put them upside down. They don't freak out. They're better around different things, sounds, sights. I do my own little things and my own little twists to that, but I'll get into that later. But, you know, there needs to be more quality breeders that are actually investing the time and doing it for the breed. So many people breed these dogs because they see the gentleman Marlin with that dog, the Hulk, at Dark Dynasty Canines, and they think, oh, $20,000 stud fee. I'll buy a dog and I can stud him out. That dog's tested. That dog is known. People know him. He goes places. They put their hands on it. They drive, you know, you're not just going to breed some no-name